Hello, everyone. Hi, and welcome again to another session. Today is about the California wildfires of 2018, considered to be one of the worst people witnessed. I don't know where music is playing, but maybe from the TV downstairs. I don't know. Heavy beats for the music. Hello, Peter. I'm inside. How are you? I think you started your live stream late also, no, Peter? Chona started very late. From inside. It's okay, Chona isn't working. She could continue her SLS until 10 a.m. No, hers went off long before. Hers went off more than an hour before. Uh, the, uh, the battery turned very hot and all that. So her live stream went off earlier, about 1 hour before her live stream went off. Not 1 hour, more than 1 hour before. Yeah. More than an hour before it went off. Hello, Aling. Good morning, CK. Good morning, CK. I'm nobody's child. I'm nobody's child. Just like a flower, I'm growing wild. No daddy's kisses, and nobody's mine. Nobody wants me. I'm nobody's child. Do, 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 if you love me, will you? I'll just be back, wait. Hey, baby. Mama wants to talk to you. Tarek, come here. Kareem, come on. Mama wants to talk to you. Yeah.
Hi.
So thank you, Pita, thank you, CK, for being over here. Yes, come in. Done?
This is fun.
Okay. Thank you, CK. Thank you so much, CK. Okay, carry on. Carry on. Okay. Oh, looks like Pita and Arling are having a shower. I'll be back. I'll just stay. Yes, CK. Good morning, Joyce. Good morning. Good evening. Good night. Yeah, good morning, good evening. Correct. Yeah, it's always good morning, good evening because when it's our morning, it's their evening. When it's our evening, it's their morning. So it's always good morning, good evening. And if there was anyone like Del, or Veronique in France, then it would be like kind of afternoon or something. Joyce, how are you doing, Madam Pita? Hello, Arling and Madam Pita. Hello, Joyce. Arling says, I'll be back. I'll just stay. Joyce, do you want to talk anything about our today's topic? Since you are here, let's get your views. Anything California fire of 1986 or any forest fires? Any forest fires you've had experience about or closely witnessed or been in the area or anything like that? Would you like to share with us anything about that? Hello, Pita. Hello, Joyce. The park is in my community. The park nearby experienced frequent fires. Okay, because the fire gets out of control, damaging. Okay, there's a lot of messages here. Uh, More excitement at school tomorrow. More excitement at school. Tomorrow starts the trade expo featuring the business proposals of my students in entrepreneurship. Wow, that's nice. That's very nice, Pita. Your topics of forest fires. In my country, many small farmers use a slash and burn method to clear the land before planting crops. Yes, in Thailand also they do that, right? So I'm aware of that. Correct. Pita, I'm looking forward for a more busy days ahead, and classes will end on May 31st, but graduation day is on June 7th. Okay, so till end of May. Wow, busy days. A choice. Unfortunately, sometimes it causes forest fires. But don't they have preventive measures while they are burning the crops of their farm to be careful, about it reaching the forest fires or something like that, or creating a forest fire? Unfortunately, sometimes it cause forest fires. Before slash and burn used to be the farmer's method here before planting, but now backyard burning is prohibited. Yeah, because of because the fire gets out of control, damaging places, etc. True, very true. In my community, the park nearby experienced frequent fires. Ca- Can't see the messages again. Just restart your phone, Pita. Restart your phone. Restart your phone. Refresh, restart. Usually restart the phone, it'll be okay. People who smoke generally do not put out their cigarettes properly. Yeah, in the park you mean, yeah? That's the cause of it. Oh my gosh, really. People are so careless. You don't think of the damage, the loss of life, the loss of property, the resettlement problems for people. You don't think of all that one small. So careless, man. So careless people can be. Very sad it is. People can act so careless, really. Send me the pillow that you dream on, so darling I can dream on it too. don't understand. I can see the messages, so I don't understand. What has happened? What has happened? Which I don't understand. I can see all the messages. I can see that you says also loading. Can't see the messages again. Leaving all the devices, previous chats unnoticed. Leaving all the previous chats unnoticed. Which I just don't understand anything. I don't understand what you mean. Can everybody see my messages? Can everybody see the messages? Forget Peter. You can see the messages now. That's important. That's it. I really don't understand. I can see the messages. I was reading Joyce's message. I was reading out what Joyce's message is, etc. So I don't know what you're talking about, honestly. If I can understand, it's okay. I cannot. Uh, Joyce, what pains my heart, sir, is when some parents leave underage children alone without adult supervision and the kids perished in a fire. Oh, you mean they leave the children and then the children are, when the fire takes place, the children are alone in the house. I'll tell you something about that choice. I'll tell you something. It's like sometimes you cannot help it. Okay, you cannot help it. Now I'll explain to you. I'll explain to you about my situation. All right. So first of all, can all of you see me and hear me? Joyce, can you see and hear me? Yeah. Joyce, can you see and hear me? Okay. Can you see all the messages that people are typing? Can you see all the messages that people are typing, Joyce? Can you see each one's message and all that? You can see all the messages? Can you see all the chat messages, Joyce? Yes, I am seeing all. Okay, fine. That's all right. So let me carry on. Now, when my wife and I we went to Dubai, we were actually not Dubai. When we went in another place called Alain. Okay, we went to work over there. Now, this is how the scenario was. We had school only half a day, so morning to afternoon, we had school. All right, and my wife used to be working as a secretary in the school, all right, secretary office. So the secretary office, what happened was they would close at about 1 o'clock. When school closed, they would also close the office. They would go home, and then 4 o'clock, the secretary had to come back to the school. All right, and headmistress would come at her own sweet time, and then in the evening only, uh, the transport would be there to bring my wife back home. But what happened was When I first went, I went alone. Correct. I went in the month of August, and only in January my wife and my kids came. So when I went in August for the job, my headmistress told me, she said, Winston, you are very good in sports and all. You've been a sportsman yourself and things like that. So the sports teacher we have in the school, that school has just started new. So the sports teacher we have is a very new graduate, and I don't think he's very experienced because I joined a little later. School had already started. Actually, school had started, just opened out before the summer holidays. So she said he's a little new, and I feel like you would be better if you also help him with the sporting activities for the school, so the coaching and all that. So I said okay, no problem, So that time it was okay because my family wasn't with me. But then in January when they came, I told my headmistress, and she said, no, 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 you have to continue coaching the school. It's part of your duty. Now, what would happen? Both my wife and myself going to work in the morning. Our kids are in the school. We are all coming back home for lunch. 4 o'clock, my wife and I had to go back to the school. My wife had to go for her work, but because I was having the extra duty of coaching the boys, other teachers did not have any duty like that. They did not have any duty. But I had that extra duty, not that I was getting paid extra money, nothing like that. So I had the thing to go back in the afternoon, in the evening, and coach the kids, and then depends when the transport will be available for us to go back. So sometime we are going back. We are coming to school at 4 o'clock in the evening, arriving school, and then we are getting a transport to go back home maybe 7:30, 8 o'clock in the night. My kids are alone from the time we leave 3:30. We leave the house. My kids are alone in the apartment. Okay, how old were my kids? My younger one was in KG, kindergarten, and my elder one was in grade two. So you can imagine how small, how young they were. Now we are sharing accommodation, so we had a two-bedroom. So we had a bigger family because there was another family who had couple and one daughter. I had couple and two kids. So because of that, we were given a bigger bedroom, and they had a smaller bedroom. How much we used to tell them, please, if you don't mind, because we are coming home late. There is milk over there. Just see if you can heat up the milk, and give it to my kids, give it to them. No, they didn't bother to do that. And when we used to come home, my kids are so frightened. They're frightened even to get up and switch on the light in the room. They're sitting in the dark watching TV. We show them how to work the TV. So they're sitting in the dark room, in the bedroom, and watching TV. There's two. Why you don't go to the kitchen? We are so scared. They're so frightened to just come out. So sad. Or what to do? So you see, Joyce, there are circumstances we beyond. Now we are in a strange land. We are working over there. We've never stayed in sharing accommodation before, but we have to share like this. And this was my extra duty. But that headmistress, she was such a, I don't know, a dictator she was. And I did so much for the school, so much I did for the school. Just because I'm good in sports and games, I'm not appointed as a games teacher. So why should I do that extra duty? You know. But because when I came, I was alone, so I did it. That doesn't mean you take advantage of it. Now my family is here. But no, she wouldn't. And then she gave us a lot of trouble. She gave us a lot of trouble. Then what happened? She was kicked out of the school. Literally, she was kicked out of the school. Okay. 1 minute. Yes, Peter. When I was younger, I am used to be left at home while my parents are at home at work. I remember when I was yet 5 years old, me and my younger brother, age 4, was left at home. Yeah, when your parents were at work, you were left at home. Understand? Yeah. So even this way, my younger one was in KG and elder one was in grade two. You know, but we had no option. So when my headmistress was kicked out, really she was kicked out of the school, but she had some affair with the main owner of the group of school owner, some affair. After some time, we brought, they brought appointed another principal from India, but he was not doing any work, and I advised him so much, but he never listened. They kicked him out after 1 year, and then they brought, hello Stephen, how are you, Stephen? Nice to see you. And then they brought that same headmistress back again to the school, but she now came in as a principal. First she was headmistress, now she came in as a principal. When my wife is the secretary, as soon as my wife heard that she's coming back to school, we waited. Resignation letter and 1 month salary in lieu of 1 month's notice. We have to give 1 month's notice to resign. So in lieu of 1 month notice was 1 month salary and resignation letter. The day my principal came to the office, okay, she came back to the office. My wife went in there, handed over the resignation letter, and handed over 1 month salary in lieu of notice. I'm leaving the school today, and gave it to her. We did that. She said, "But why?" And all. No, we don't. I don't want to talk into it. Just leave it because you have harassed us enough. So just leave it. Because of that, you know how much she harassed me. I was teaching grade 11 and 12 English. I was teaching grade 11 and 12 English, and I was teaching grade 6 math. Okay, grade 11 and 12 English and grade 6 math. You know what my principal did? She brought me down to grade 3 to teach English and math in grade 3. So vindictive she was. I did it because summer vacation came and then was August. So August, I have to wait till December. In December, my contract was getting over. My 3-year contract it was. So in December, my contract was getting over, and I said, I will not renew my contract. I will leave. So I didn't mind. I ground my teeth. Everybody in the school was wondering. Even students were wondering. So you're teaching us in the senior school, and now I said that's what the headmistress has given me. And still, I was doing all the games duty, all the games and everything. I was still doing. I did it. For the sake of the children, I did it. But when it came December, I finished my thing. When it came to the winter vacation, I left the school. I left it because in August itself, I gave my resignation letter that in December I will not be renewing my contract. So it's that way. So yes, choice. Sometimes we have. There is no other way. There is no. We played inside the house. Oh, 1 second. I just. Pita says we played inside the house with water. Left it flooded. Oh my God! Left it flooded when they arrive in the afternoon. There's no place for us to sleep. No clothes to wear. All drenched. Oh my gosh! I know now you can laugh, but that time you can imagine. Parents ever shouted at the two of you? Joyce, sir and Madam Pita, if a parent is going to have children alone, you need to hide matches, candles, and flammable sources away from the kids. Yeah, that is true. Whatever it is. But I'm just saying, actually, like in the West over here, if you leave kids and all and go alone, the government will sue the parents. Correct, Joyce? Out here, in the Western countries out here, you can't just leave kids alone and go and all that. They can sue you. They can sue you. The government can sue you. Or what is that? Child care, this and all. They can sue you. They can even come and take away your kids from you. That's the right that they have. Child welfare, whatever they call it. Right, Choice? Do they have it in your country? So they can even come and take away your kids from you, because you're not capable of caring for your kids. Hi, Stephen. Hi, Joyce. Hello, Joyce. Yeah. Stephen, good to see you. So, oh gosh, I tell you, what days we took out. I'm telling you, what days we took out. How we took out. Like it was like 2 years, 1.5 year, 1.5 year, two and 2.5 years. Like Stephen, no, it's child endangerment and Children's services will take them. Yes, that's what I'm saying. In our Western countries, that is the rule. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. Your kids will be taken away from you because you're not fit parents. You're not fit parents to take care of your kids. And then those kids, are not really looked after that much. They're soon found foster homes and things like that and sent away by the child services. They don't just keep them there. They find foster homes and send them away. So yes, but circumstances are such we couldn't help it, and that is the reason why, we just had to grind our teeth and do it. But when the time came, she resigned. When the principal came back, she resigned and went off. The other principal that came was an Anglo-Indian also, and I helped him a lot. So because of that, he helped us also a little bit. He would even tell the driver to take me home quickly. After my games, I would go home early. Okay, take the principal's car. He would tell the driver, okay, take Mr. Burton home. You know. So I would go home early and be with my kids. So he made some allowance and concession. But when that mistress came back again, we just packed up. We just packed up and left. So my wife took my kids, and my sister was staying in work was in Dubai at that time with her family. So they went and stayed there for a month or 2 months. They stayed, and then in the meantime they found a rented place and they went and so like that it is. So yeah, I know what it is to leave kids at home. No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. In the Caribbean, grandparents play an important role in helping. Yes, it's nice to have the grandparents at home. Somebody now see I'm over here. There's so much of advantage and privileges that they take because I'm over here. So, but tomorrow when I go from here, who's going to do all that? It's a risk then for the children. There are wild animals around here. It's a risk when the children stay outside waiting for the school bus. It's a risk. It's a big risk. Anyway, that's each one's life, right? But yeah, with us it wasn't a risk. The kids were at home and they were too scared. They were too small and too scared. Can you imagine just sitting in the dark room, not even to switch on the light in the room? Then we started keeping a night light, keeping a night light there next to the TV. So we used to tell them then, just come and just switch on. You're there only watching the TV. There's enough light coming from the TV. So just go and switch on that lamp. So that they used to do. We had to do something, for them. And how the other family, they got a little girl. That girl was even younger still. You know how it is like for children. How you got a daughter, so how you're not doing anything extra by just warming up the milk and giving them some milk to have or whatever food is there. They can just warm up and just give the food, to the kid. No, never did that. The extended family system is strong. Joyce, yes, true. Uh, Joyce, as mentioned before, I spent part of my life with my grandparents in the rural areas of Jamaica. Yes, you mentioned about that. Yeah. That's why your parents were able to go to US or wherever it is your father went and worked and those kind of things. Yeah, true. I always told my daughter, you ever want me to come here and be with the kids, even when they were small, said you ever want them or let me to come and all that, I will come. I have no problem for me. I will come and take care and all that. But he said, Dad, if we want, we'll ask. I said, okay. So I don't impose myself on anyone. And at the end of the day, I've seen also with grandparents living, there's always friction going on. I've seen that there is always friction going on because as we get older, we get into our set ways and patterns, correct? Then the other thing is like how we brought up our kids and we find something is wrong, then we want to try and do that. Grandparents want to try and rectify that and try to change the whole pattern. You cannot do that, you know. Like my mom used to always come home. when she used to come and stay with us for some time. And then she tries to change everything. And I say, no. Oh, but I brought you up. Yes, you brought us up. So, based on how you brought us up, now we are trying to think of what was good and what was bad in the way you brought us up. Because as kids, there were many things we did not like. So, that's it. We try to change it and we implement it in our kids. Like one of the most important things for me, one of the most important things was trust your kids. Don't be a father and mother to your kids. You have to first be a friend to your kids. I don't know. This is my view. Okay, this is my point of view. You have to first be a friend to your kids, not a mother and father. You have to be a friend to your kids. They must also know where to draw the line. Aren't we friendly with our students in the classroom? We are friendly with them. We'll talk, we'll laugh, we'll joke. But we draw a line somewhere, right? We draw a line somewhere. So it's like that with our children at home also. So I used to be very open with our kids. I used to be very open, very thing. Like for example, the first time my my daughter, she's the elder one, son is the younger one. So my daughter came home and she said, Dad and Mom, I want to go for a sleepover party. They didn't call it a pajama party, they call it a sleepover party. So I want to go for a sleepover party. Joyce is saying, bathing in the river, eating roasted breadfruit with pear, getting into fight at school, picking coffee, cocoa, and farming, and learning to ride a donkey. Yeah, donkeys were the beast of burden, right? So they were the ones employed in the farms. Yeah. So when my daughter came and said, I want to go for sleepover, first thing my wife said, no, you cannot go for sleepover. No, you cannot go. And then I had to take my wife one side. We never argued in front of the wife. So I took my wife one side and I said, why, why? Oh, we do not know, boys will come, this will come, that will come. I said, listen, I'm teaching in the same school. I know who are my daughter's friends. I know who are the friends. So let it be. We need to trust them, right? We need to trust them. And sleep over, those parents are not going to allow boys to come and sleep over the night. The boys may come, have a party, and go home. But that's left up to those parents who will be able to control, right? We have to we have to trust our kids. Okay, Pita says, so after that incident in our life, my mom will bring us to school with her while she had a class. It's good the principal allowed something like that. Can you imagine all parents, if they had all teachers in the school bring their whole family and their kids and all every day? Can you imagine the commotion? But it was good of your principal, Pita, to allow that. Arling says excellent. Joyce says sounds good, Pita. So that's why you were a teacher from before. You were trained to become a teacher from childhood because you spent your time in the school with your mom. That's why you ended up becoming a teacher, huh, Pita? So yes, So I told my wife, let her go for the sleep party. It's overnight. I know who are the kids in our class and all that. So yeah, they went over. But of course, when my daughter came back, there was an incident that took place at the party. Now it was only girls at night. So all the girls except for my daughter and one or two other girls, all the other girls said, okay, now we are going to have a look at something, but you cannot come. She told my daughter and the other one or two girls or something, you cannot come. Why we cannot come? No, y'all are too young and y'all don't, y'all are not into all this. So we are going to, what the hell they went to watch, I don't know. But these two or three girls, they were not allowed to go there to watch. But the others went. So must be some bloody adult thing or something. And, these girls, like my daughter and all, were innocent people, So, but actually they had that understanding. They are not like our type. They are innocent. So don't bring them, don't force them to come in and see or whatever it is they were seeing. You know. So it's that way. I always told my wife, you have to trust them. Yeah, they break their trust. We give them a chance, of course. But we are strict with them, right? If they break their trust. My wife kind of understood, like, my approach to life has been very different from the beginning. From the beginning, my life approach to life is different. My approach to my students, the method of teaching, I always was out of the box, not traditional. Peter says, we are taught to behave during classes. We are treated like the enrollees as well. Like the students in school, they have to behave also, correct. And we have our own activities also while our classmates have their own. Okay, good. So it was controlled discipline, controlled learning. Yeah, that was good. You know, life is so different. Life is so different. But then it was a matter of jobs. We have contracts in the school. We there were many things involved. For us. I'll give you another very good incident. Okay, I'll give you another good incident, a story that happened there. Now, I was in charge of the games and all, right? So one day we had the inter-school games, because the group of school was a big group of schools. They had many schools under them, the Waki group of schools. So many schools were there. So they had the inter-school competition, and we had gone for the inter-school competition, and there was a relay team. Relay team. Now there were four children in the relay, four students now in the relay. So in the girls junior relay team, there were these four girls, and I used to teach one girl. I used to teach her in the middle school math, sixth standard, and the elder girl was in grade 11 and then grade 12, and I was teaching her English. So when we went for the relay team, the sports teacher said, "Oh, this girl is very weak, the girl in grade 6. She's very weak for the team. I'm pulling her out of the sports and I'm putting somebody else." And I told him, "Do not change. They have done the training, and keep it. Keep it now. Let it be. It's the finals. Whether we win, lose, immaterial. Don't do that," I said. "We are now in the final. You should have done it when we were training. When we were training, you should have said, no, I think she's a weak link and you should have given it to somebody else. But now you made it a point that these are the final four who will take part in the relay. And now, last minute, we are on the games field and you're going to change." I said, "No, I wouldn't agree to that." But he's the main guy, he's the sports teacher. I'm only there to assist, right? So they changed. You won't believe the parents were there at the sports, they came. You won't believe the way both the father and mother came at me. They didn't speak to the sports teacher. They came and they were yelling and screaming at me. And why did you change? You do not know how it'll affect the mental health of my daughter and blah blah blah. They went on. I just kept quiet. I said, "I'm sorry. It's not my fault. The change didn't come from me. The change came from the sports teacher." Again, they started. I said, "Yes, but I am not the final authority. I'm not the final authority. It's a sports teacher who has the final word. So I couldn't do anything. All right. We are going to see the principal next day. We are going to see the principal tomorrow." I said, "Yes, you can go and meet the principal. You can have a word with the principal." Sure. So they went. Then when they went, the principal sent for both of us. The principal sent for both of us, and both the parents were in our office, and they sent for both the sports teacher and myself. And then the principal asked me, "Okay, so what is the whole story about?" And I explained. And I explained also. I told the sports teacher, his name was Mr. Joshi. I said, "I told Mr. Joshi, last minute, don't remove. Don't substitute. Let it be. We win, we lose, doesn't matter. Just let it go through." But on he insisted on changing her. So it was not my decision. And I told the headmistress, I said, "Ma'am, I'm only helping out, right? I'm only helping. Final word is with the sports teacher, so I'm not responsible for the change." And I was objecting to the change. If I went along for the change, then I'm equally responsible. But I did not want to go have the change. I'm not responsible for it. It's my sports teacher that has the final decision. But after that, the mother would talk. The mother would come and talk to my wife in the office, right? She used to come and talk and all that. But whenever they saw me, and though I was teaching the elder girl in grade 12 at that time, in grade 12, but they didn't care. They didn't care. They used to just walk past me, walk past me. I didn't mind. I didn't mind. They were very hurt, very cut up. I didn't mind. I said, "Let it be. It's okay. I know that was not my fault." Here in Jamaica, Joyce says, "Oh, Ali, CK says, I leave phone when I come back there. I message, do not type excellent. Okay, CK, don't worry, CK. Joy says, here in Jamaica, things have changed. Many places have established aftercare facilities for working mothers. Yes, nowadays it's different. Yes, they have daycare. Even the schools now, they are making extra money, because they have extra daycare, extra facilities after school, can stay back, and also even some of the schools are making money that way, providing, extra care and all that. But yes, there are many daycare centers who are booming because they know they can earn a lot of money, right? So they are booming, correct? So that is its experience. Now I was connecting that with something else. Okay, when we wanted to have our kids, we wanted to sponsor our kid. We brought them on a tourist visa, right? Then my wife got a visa from the school, but my kids had to get a visa to be attending school and all that. They needed a local visa. So when we went to sponsor our kids, long story short, we are not responsible for we never had enough salary, even both my wife and myself salary put together. We didn't meet the salary criteria to sponsor our kids, so we couldn't do that. We tried so many things. We went and saw the chief, one of the chief with all the stars and stripes. Fellow couldn't speak English, only Arabic, right? He couldn't speak English. But in broken English, he just looked at he looked at my wife, he looked at me. And in broken English, he said, like, you go home, take care kids. Like that he said, you go home, take care kids. So heartless they are, no? So heartless. Like they were telling us one of us should go home and take care of the kids. Go back to your country, take care of the kids. So then my wife decided, she's saying, okay, let me go back and let me, go back and I'll stay with the kids there. You carry on working there. I said, no, if you're going back, I'm going to resign. When my contract is over, I will come, you know. She said, okay. Then when we told our principal, she went and told the principal, I'll have to leave because like this we cannot get the visa for our kids and all. We have to leave. Then my principal, she didn't want to lose my wife. She's a good secretary, right? So she didn't want to lose her. She said, okay, you know what? We are coming close to the summer holiday. So she told my wife, okay, you go. I'll get somebody temporary. Okay, don't resign. I'll get somebody temporary from the. I'll get somebody temporary. You go. Then during the vacation period, when Winston goes home, then you come back to work. You come back and you work here during the holidays and all, because we need somebody over here during the holidays when I go for vacation. So you come back and you work here during the holidays. And then when the holidays come and then Winston has to come back again, by that time we will see what we can do. So we said, okay, we'll try that out and see how it works. So she said, okay. Then one day, this same lady who that girl, was taken out of the relay team. The same lady, she used to go and talk to my wife very often. So one day she happened to go to my wife. And I think it was about some 20 days left, 20, little less than a month it was left. And my wife had already done her booking and all. And she came and she said, oh, what happened? You're not so cheerful, as you're always very cheerful, smiling and all. What's happened? Something wrong and all that. I said, no, no, nothing and all that. And then she said, no, tell me anything wrong and all. Yeah. Then my wife explained, and I said, we went for the visa for our kids, we cannot get it, and blah, blah, blah. She told her the whole story and all. So I have to go back with the kids, oh no, she said, that is very bad and all that. She said, I'm really so sorry, I really apologize and all that. And then she went off home. 2 days later, she came back and she spoke to my wife. She told my wife, bring all your papers and all. Bring all your papers, whatever you filled up for immigration and everything. Give all the papers to us, all original papers, whatever you had around. Just give us everything. I spoke to my husband. My husband said he will try and see what he can do. No promises, she said, but he will try and see what he can do. Now, her husband, that girl's father, he's a very big man, very big man. Indian only, but he was a very big man. Um, He was working for Emirates Airlines or Gulf Airlines or Gulf Air or something. He was working, but he was the area manager. He was the area manager. He had a very good position, top position, in Gulf Air it was. But he had a very top position here. So he said he will try to see and use his influence. And he could speak Arabic and all. He was there many years. He could speak Arabic and all also. So she said, my husband will said, no, no promises, but he will try. He will try. And then it was like 2 days left. 2 days left for my wife to leave. 2 days were left for my wife to leave. Ticket and all had been booked. And he, the wife came this in the morning and she said, oh, you'll be leaving and all that. So my wife said, yes, in 2 days' time, day after tomorrow, like I'll be leaving and all that. Oh, she said, and all. She said, okay, can you all come over to our house in the evening? Just no, my wife said, I'm not in the mood, I'm feeling so upset and all that. Okay, so what does Arling say? Hi, ma'am Joyce. Hi, Arling. Hi, ma'am Joyce. Good morning. How are you, Arling? And Arling says, I am good, ma'am Joyce. Thank you. I'm preparing for work now. CK, did you have your breakfast? Did you have breakfast, CK? Okay, so we said, no, no. She said, you have to come in the evening because now we won't see you again, right? So you have to come. You have to come in the evening and just spend some time with us. Just come for high tea, have some tea and some snacks and all that. Let's just spend some time together. Now, can you imagine how awkward it was for me? Because they were not actually talking to me, right? Both the parents were not talking to me, and now to go to their house, it was very awkward situation for me. But I'm that type, it's okay. Whatever it is you have invited us, all right, we will go. So we went over. When I went over to the house, how nicely they greeted, huh? All of us they greeted. They shook hands with me. The father, like, shook hands with me. Yes, hope you will have a good day. Yes, hope all of you have a good day. So me and like as though nothing was wrong. And we sat down and we began talking and all. Then they explained to me the girl has some mental problem, she's a little dislike. So they said, like we have been trying to encourage her, we have been trying to, give her confidence, and we are trying to do all that because the elder one was Michelle. See, Michelle is very good, in her studies and everything. She's good. So we are trying. She's weak, so we are trying to encourage her, and taking her out of the relay team at the last minute, it demoralized her. And if it demoralizes her, we have a big task to try and, we are building up confidence, and then, this something like this happened. So then I understood why they were, so upset. But then I told them also, I said, I hope you still realize till today. I said, though, you just used to ignore me and pass me by, like I said, it's not my fault because I don't have the final say. How much I argued with my teacher, sports teacher, saying that don't remove her. And I said, I didn't know the background about the child. I didn't know the background. But I have my own policies. And the policy was if you want to remove somebody and you feel they were not good, remove them earlier in the training, not on the final day. So I said I did. They said no, our apologies also. They offered their apologies. At that time they offered apologies, and they said no. Now we realize, thank you. We realized it was our fault. And you've still been teaching our kids. You've been teaching them, and you're a real good teacher. They always come home in the evening. Even my younger daughter is all praise for you. All praise for you, and she used to always come home and say, "So it's so nice. He's so kind. He's so understanding. He helped me understand math and all." So so they said, sorry, it's just our pride, was hurt. So I said, no, it's okay. It doesn't matter. I said, you know. And then when we were saying, okay, then we better go now. There's still some last minute packing and all to do, so we have to go. And then they said, okay, just 1 minute, just wait 1 minute, okay. And then they came out and they gave us an envelope. It was a big envelope, and they said, just open and have a look. This is for you. Just open and have a look. And when we opened it, believe believe me, both my wife and myself, we cried. We cried that day. They had managed to get the visas for our children. They got visas for our children. And we said, my God, how did you manage it? How did you manage it? And they said, it's okay. And like the man, the father said, no, it's a matter of you scratch my back, I scratch your back. And I have to really do him a very big favor of what he did for me. I have to do him a very big favor, but I don't mind. I will do it, And we said, my God, we can't thank you enough, we can't thank you enough. And from that time, we were good friends with them. We were good friends with them. I'm sorry, one second, sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. I get too emotional. Very, a very emotional person. So, yeah, so, that is it. So, that was the story. We learn so much from life experiences. There's so many things that happen in our lives, and everybody has a reason. That's why, I say I never judge a person, because we do not know what their reason is. So they were so angry with me, you know, they never spoke to me, but still I did not mind, because I do not know why, but whatever is their reason, they must be having some reason, right, for it. So I let it be at that, I let it be at that. But then it turned out, they still did it. Why? Because the kids were going home. The kids were still talking good about me. They were talking about, how nice I am, kind I am, how helpful I am to the kids, like still helping, even that girl, still helping her and all. They must have been thinking, but it's just that he said, no, it's just that our pride stopped us, I'm so sorry, It's just that our pride. And see, he's a big man, big shot, rich fellow, he's got a good position, work and all, but still, he made the visas for our kids. So next day, when my wife went to school, she spoke to the principal and said, oh, the headmistress said, like, oh, guess what? We got the visas for the kids, and the parents of the school did the visas for us and all that. And but now our tickets are booked, So and then again summer vacation is coming. Then we can't cancel these tickets. We lose money and then book again tickets. So then the headmistress said, it's okay, you go, you go. I'll keep a temporary one. You go, and you all both come after the vacation. All of you come back together after the vacation. But when we came back, we heard that she's gone and there's a new principal coming. Yes, host, done. You had your breakfast, right? Right, CK. Yes, darling, I was doing just that today. Yes, ma'am, Joyce. Every for me a good day now. Happy doing YouTube while working. Yes, I know it's nice. And we get to see Arling. It's just that I don't get a chance to see her live stream very often, because my live stream is going on, right? And then I go silent live stream. And I have everything on the computer. So on my phone, if I cannot be watching on the phone, because it's the same account as my, silent live stream going on and all. So I'm really missing out on seeing CK's, videos. Really, I wish I could see it. But I enjoy. I look at the replays. I look at the replay, and I always enjoy seeing, how she's cutting, how she's serving the customer. So, so yes, so that is the story about those parents. So you know how the parents also changed, right? The parents changed. And talking about that, there were one, two, one, two, three, four, five. I used to call them the famous five. There were five girls in that grade 12 class. Five girls. They call themselves the the secret five or something like that. They always together. What a clique they were. Always together. Always together. Very nice. Very nice kids they were. Very nice. And what all cards and all they gave me. So for all the occasion, teachers gave cards and something else. And when I was leaving the school, also a very nice card they gave and all that. I still have, I still have the card somewhere. I still have the card. Few cards have kept. The old ones have kept. Very nice. So yeah. Really, really happy, really happy. Oh, that reminds me. I want to get in touch with them. I've been trying to get in touch with them. And now suddenly I remembered one of the teachers who was there in the junior classes. I forgot. I never remember. I could not remember who she is. Afterwards, I just said, yes, 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 I remember you. But I cannot remember her. And she's now come to stay in the same town I used to stay before. And she met my sister. That's how my sister said, oh, you were teaching there, and my brother also. Oh, your brother, what's your brother's name? Oh, Winston Burton. Ah, of course we know him. Oh, Mr. Burton, what a nice man he was, and blah, 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 and all that. Oh my God, yeah, I must get in touch with her. She said, through her, I came to know that they still got a little group or something. I told them to add me to the group. I forgot all about that now. Talking about it, I want to find out where these girls have gone, where are they? Where are those parents gone? Where are they gone? I would like to know something more. So yes, it's so nice. It's really so nice to catch up with this. There were two Korean girls. All right, this is another good story. I don't know how many of you are still listening, but there were two Korean girls, and the father had a bakery shop. So he had come to the principal, and he that time she had come back, the principal. Before that it was, sorry, before that when she was still headmistress. So he came one day to the school and he said he wants a tutor, private tutor, to help the girls in English. They are very clever, very intelligent, but their English is little weak. So my the headmistress sent for me. She said, oh, I've got a very good senior English teacher, and I will send for him. So they called me. So I went to the office and all, and then we were all talking and this and that and all. And then they said, "Okay, we will tell you." They told the headmistress, "Okay, we will let you know." And I left. After I left, next day my headmistress called me. Oh, she said, "Winston, those people had come, the Korean people." I said, "Yes, yes." They said that they don't want to. No, they don't want to hire you to teach their kids because you are dark skinned. You are dark skinned, so the children will not take to you. They will not like you because you're dark skinned. So, they said that way. I said, oh, they told you directly that? Yes, they told me, no, no, he's dark skinned. So, Koreans are very fair and all. No? So no, my children, they will not listen to him. They will not, they will not be comfortable for him to teach. So I said, it's okay. Could you at least, you're honest in telling me also this. I said, it's good. It doesn't matter. And maybe about 15 days or so later, maybe 15, maybe 20 days later, but it was a little long time later. One day the headmistress called me and she said, okay, the father said he's ready to let you teach the kids. I said, oh, suddenly such a change? How come? And I told my wife that day, when I went home, I told my wife, oh, those Korean family, she meets now all of them come to pay fees and also she used to meet them. They'll talk to her and go off and all. So, hello CK, hello Pita. So what I told her, oh, just because I'm dark skinned, he doesn't want, they don't want the kids to be treated by me. And then when I got this news, I uh, I went home and I told my wife, guess what? Those Koreans came and they said, oh, no, no, it's okay. We don't mind, We don't mind. He can come and teach. So I said, I wonder why. She said, that is very strange because yesterday they came to pay the fees, and then they came to pay the fees to the accountant. Then they came and they were sitting and chatting with me. They always usually do. They were chatting. And in course of conversation, they told my wife, oh, we are looking for a very good, we want to have a good teacher for English. What does Peter say? One of my students is proposing Jimenez Dance Studio and Daycare Center. Ah, right, right. So she said they came and told her that they are looking for a teacher, for English. So what they said is, "Oh, my husband is teaching English. My husband teaches English in the school also. If you want, like, you can ask the principal, and my husband can teach your children." They said, "Oh, your husband is teaching in the school?" Yes. So they said, like, what class he teaches? Oh, he's teaching the senior school English and all. Then they said, "Oh, the thin, tall man, dark skinned man, that is your husband?" And she said, "Yes, that's my husband, because my wife is very fair. My wife is very fair and white and all. So she said, "Yes, that is my husband only." Oh, they said, "I'm so sorry." And then my wife said, "Why? What happened?" And they said, "No, about 15, 20 days ago, we had come here to the headmistress, and she brought your husband, and we spoke to your husband. But when he left, we told the principal that my children will not study with him because he's dark skinned. So they will not study. But if that is your husband, then he must be a nice man. So I don't know. I'm so sorry. And then my wife said, "Ah, so she knew actually Korean. They were the only Koreans in the school." She's like, "Ah, okay, okay, that is what happened." He's like, "No, it's okay if you don't want my husband to teach. It's okay, don't worry." But next day they came to school, met the headmistress, and said they want me to teach. So I didn't know. When I went to the office, they said, "No, now they want you to teach and all." I said, "Okay." We fixed up the day, the time, and all that. When I came home, I was telling my wife, and my wife said, "I also want to tell you this is what happened yesterday, and this is what happened and all, like. And I said, "Oh my God, just imagine." So just because my wife is white, my wife is fair, and I was her husband, so they had said, "Okay, we agree." And those kids really took to me. They took to me nicely, and they learned a lot. Koreans, very hardworking, very, very, very hardworking kids. Very hardworking kids. And then when my daughter was studying in New Zealand, she had a roommate who also was Korean, and we came to know her. And I think Korean, very, very nice people, very nice people. And he had a bakery, so he used to send some buns, he used to send some pastries. Every week, something or the other, he would send home, like, with me. Car would come to pick me up, car will drop me back. No problem I had with him. Very nice people. That's why I say God has blessed me. God has blessed me for whatever it is. God has blessed me in my life. And I'm so grateful. That's why I like to help people. I like to help people as much as I can help. What I can, I always say, what I can do, I will do. What I cannot do, I cannot do. I'll go out of my way to help somebody as much as I can. God has always given me back. I don't have lots. I don't have riches. I don't have riches, but I am rich in other ways. So I'm happy. I'm contented. I'm happy and contented. No regrets in my life. No regrets. No regrets in my life. Sometimes I always say, I wish I had more money. I wish I had this. I wish I had that. I could do more, for people. Now, like these Filipino children, I want to help them with college education. If I was having a good pension or something, I could, out of my pension itself, I could, you know, do something for them, right? But like I always said, even from 2019 when I first went, to this Philippines, and I saw these kids, not going to school, roaming around, not going to school, like that boy who came to buy candy. It's during school time, but not going to school. So many of his friends not going to school. It's so sad. And I always thought to myself, if I go to live in Philippines, if I settle down there, I want to teach these children. That's, I don't have money, but I can teach them. I can teach them free. I can help them with their studies. You know, give back to education. I got so much from education. Give back to education. Like I told before, I told those couple in Biliran, the couple in Biliran, Philippines. I said, okay, they were doing so much charity work. So many people are donating, they got paid members for the channel and people are donating a lot of money. Oh, one sec, my daughter. One second, my daughter. Yeah, baby? Hi, Daddy. Yeah? You want the kids? I'm trying to reach the kids. So, now this is the half of pizza. Your pizza is the one with the pepperoni? Yeah, it's in that container, right? It's a round one. Hold on, I don't know if it's a container. Okay. There was some pizza. There was some pizza. Some square pizzas were kept in plastic cellophane, and some is kept in a round container. Okay. Yeah, Tarek said those are the pizzas that he eat. The pepperoni ones. Yeah, so I told him. Yeah, I told him that whenever they're hungry, they have it. Not whenever they're hungry. So let's have it now. Oh, now? Okay, okay. Oh, because okay, so Tarek, mom says it's your dinner time to have it now. All of you. Okay. Pardon? Give Karim two pizzas here. Tarek, give Karim two pizzas. Two. Okay. But eat now. Your mom says it's time to eat now. See, they're not so reluctant. They're so reluctant to eat, Okay. Okay, take it. Yes, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll tell you. Okay, bye. Thank you. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. The moment you start to show, that is what okay. Because I think somebody's trying to call you, but we cannot get through. And mom said to me now, because I said, okay, they leave later, she didn't know now it's the time they keep on. So sorry about that. My daughter's gone on a business trip, but her mind is in at home. Her mind is at home. Yeah, so like this it is. Lots of good experiences I've had. Now, whatever way I can help the Filipino kids, I will do that for them. I've seen the poverty over there. It's so sad. It's so sad. Yeah, so this is it. So, Stephen, how's everything okay? So, you'll have a nice, good night's sleep today, yeah? But that's a very good Pita, proposing to have a daycare. It will help, the people around. It will really help them also. But are there many daycares like in Philippines? Like people pay for daycare facilities. My dog is very sly, sick. Oh no! Oh my God! What to do? No? He's got late stage diabetes, right? It's not early stage, right? So sad it is, So sad it is. Pets are like family, Pets are like family. They are like another family member. Pets are like another family member. Oh my God! I never knew, pets also get diabetes and all this. So sad it is. And poor fellow just come back, right? He just come back. Otter, right? Otter just come back. Hello, hillbilly. Nice to see you here. Nice to see you here. Leslie. I should remember Leslie. Leslie. Welcome, Leslie. Welcome. Thank you, Leslie, for always passing by. That's really sad news, Stephen. Really sad news. Really sad news. Thank you, Joyce, for bringing your angel. Ninja Steven, oh my gosh. Oh, you were able to revive Ninja Steven. Thank God. Uh, yeah, Ninja Steven must be very happy with a new lease of life. Thank you. Thank you so much, Steven. Uh, Steven, I haven't done I haven't done surgery yet on Ninja. Okay, okay. Ninja managed to get himself charged. Wow. Not sure for how long though. Yeah. Once the battery is replaced, maybe, we'll have a longer life. Correct. Because now you have to just keep it charged continuously, right? But once you have the battery might charge on its own and last for some time. All in good time. All in good time. Yeah, very sick about Otter. Very sick. Very sad. Very sad about Otter. Okay, guys, what I will do is let me end because I will go on silent live stream, right? Joyce, if you're free, you can join my silent live stream after some time. Okay? Because if I just continue here, then it becomes a problem for everybody, again to come back to my silent live stream. And usually Pita, Joyce, Arling, and yeah, Pita, CK, uh, Stephen, and Shona, usually they are there, throughout. But of course, Stephen now is home, right? When he's in the office and he has a night shift, then he is able to log in with his phone from there, But now he is at home. He has a day shift job, right? So he's at home now. So he will not be. He will also be going to sleep along with me, right? He'll be sleeping along with me. So that means it's just three of them that will be on my silent live stream. Yeah, three of them. Love to see how to manage. That too, out of three of them, Chona also has some work to do, but still she joins, and Alin and Pita also are working. Still they join, Okay, I'll just continue for a little while more and see. Continue till Stephen goes to bed. Stephen will be going to bed also, so can continue till that time. I will be up for some time, Winston. Okay. Can be on your silent for a while. Uh, okay then. I'll log off from here. Okay, I'll log off from here then. I'm on silent now. Okay. I'll log off from here then, and then I will, maybe in half an hour, I will start my silent again. Okay? So take care then. Thanks to everyone over here. Love and God bless you all. And yeah, those who are going off to sleep, God be with you. Those who are having a starting their day, have a wonderful day. And hasta luego, au revoir, till we meet again, which is going to be very soon. And I will stay on. I will stay with my silent live stream. I will stay with all of you till maybe around midnight. I will stay with you and then go off to sleep. Okay. Just got to see to some other work in the beginning. I'll start silent. I'll just see to some work. And no, I have to see to some work before and then go silent. Yeah, I'll see how to do that because I need my laptop for that work. So just got to see to something and then can log off. Yeah, I'll adjust it some or the other. So take care then and bless all of you. Bless all of you. Okay. Okay, let me replace the pin message with my thank you note and end my live stream.